Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. We have an image here from Comet 67P, which if you'll remember last year and when it was first discovered, there was a lot of UFO and alien related analysts looking closely at this object because NASA sent a probe out to the comet, landed on it, and it was just like it seemed as if there was some sort of hidden agenda that NASA put together this billion-dollar probe to get it out to the comet as fast as possible, which was supposedly to, check its mineral composition and things like that. However, many believe that there was a more sinister reason, or at least a hidden reason, why NASA wanted to get to this comet to take images of it to get close to the surface. And as you probably saw on various websites and YouTube channels, including ours here at Secureteam, we posted some very anomalous finds on Comet 67P showing structures, some of those which you're seeing here. These are the older images that we posted on, showing some monolith typed objects casting long shadows. There was one image with what looked like a large tower sticking up from the rocky surface. There was another image of some sort of white UFO that was just stood out from the rest of the image and looked as if it was floating over the surface, that image you're seeing here. So things got quiet for a little while, and then a friend of ours tweeted something he found on the surface, which you are seeing right here. And as we zoom in to the image, we can only describe it as what looks like some sort of constructed canopy with what look to be these two black poles that are holding the structure up. And you can see here where we put the white lines over the two poles, so you can see exactly what we're talking about. And this doesn't look like a trick of light or a trick of shadows or anything like that. These look like two poles. You can see the light hitting one edge of the pole and the other edge of the poles are in shadow. And if you look at the rest of the structure all together, it definitely looks like it could be some sort of ruin. We have talked about this many times in the past where we believe that aliens or some type of civilization or space wanderers out there will use these large comets or asteroids as bases or as a jumping off point. There are many out there who think that these comets are actually satellites that are made to look like comets, but are actually constructed objects, satellites, that have been sent out into the various solar systems throughout the galaxy, mapping all of the planets and solar systems and bodies. And I think there was a scientific article that came out recently that said if aliens had created these satellite objects and sent them out to cover and go throughout an entire galaxy gathering information, that in the large scale scope of things, it would not take that much time. I mean, we're not talking millions of years here. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of years or less that it would take to map an entire galaxy using these artificial satellites. So what really sparks my interest about Comet 67P isn't the fact that there was just one possible structure, could have been rocks that just looked like something, but it's the fact that there have been multiple objects and structures that you can tell aren't just weird rocks. I mean, there's some people out there who have said that Comet 67P is basically just a massive alien statue, that it's just a giant alien head and partial body, statue of an alien. Now, we're not saying that, all right? I mean, I don't want to lose all credibility here, but there are definite objects on this comet. In fact, it was even revealed that this comet is emitting a sort of magnetic oscillation type sound that was actually recorded by NASA. So then you have that. You have this magnetic vibration that's coming from this object. And then you have this new image here of this structure. And this definitely looks like a canopy-like structure with two poles holding it up. Now, another structure that was recently found is of this right here, this image that you're seeing here. We'll put the link, by the way, to this in the video description so you can download it. And if you look up in the right-hand corner, there is a square structure that, once again, looks like ruins, or like I said before, it could be covered up so it looks like nothing, so it maybe looks like ruins, or possibly like it so it looks like nothing at all. As I said, and scientists have also said in the past that it's a possible theory that these aliens have objects out there that are covered up with rocks or created to look like moons or asteroids or comets, when underneath there's these large metallic structures. And you will find on some of these so-called comets that there are certain little entrances or square structures where it really looks like there's something underneath, and you can tell by these hard, sharp right angles, just like you're seeing in this image here, where you can see this obvious square structure. And once again, we've outlined the structure, and yeah, I mean, no matter what way you look at it, a lot of people say Mother Nature doesn't, create hard, straight lines and right angles. So put all the pieces of the puzzle together. I mean, honestly, what do you think when you look at Comet 67P and all of these images that we've shown you? Don't you think that it's likely and a possibility? Especially because NASA spent billions of dollars to so quickly get out to this comet, when they haven't even shown that type of enthusiasm for other objects in space, and other objects that were much closer to Earth that we could have sent a probe to, and they didn't. So what's the mystery around this comet? Let us know down in the video description. Be sure to contact us with your own finds. We'll be happy to publish them and credit you for them. All of our contact info is down in the video description below. And when it comes to the UFO and alien phenomenon, you can rest assured that Secureteam is going to be your #1 source for information. So we'll see you back soon, and stay safe.